Hello dear students and teachers, welcome back to my channel. In this video we will solve important problems from the unit surface, areas and volume for SLC exam 2022. For SLC exam 2022 you can expect 2 MCQs plus 1 mark question plus 3 mark 1 question. So total you can expect 6 marks for this year's SLC exam 2022 students, and also the combination can be 1 mark 2 questions plus 1 MCQ. As per board, model paper and preparatory paper, we can expect another 3 mark 1 question. Students, before solving the questions from this unit, you should completely know all the formulas from this chapter. If you know the formulas, definitely in MCQs and 1 mark question, definitely you can easily score 1 mark, and simple problems will be given. For 3 marks you should know the formula to solve the questions. Before that, you should understand what is the difference between CSA, TSA and volume. Students, CSA is the curved surface area. With CSA, if I add the base and the top, it becomes total surface area. Students, let me do a small recap of all the formulas in this chapter. Make a note of all these formulas so that it will be helpful for you. Students, do subscribe the channel. Don't miss out any videos what I'll be posting, as we have left it only 7 days for the exam. And also join my Telegram group. Students, don't feel this chapter as very difficult. It will be as simple as possible. We'll make it as simple as possible. After watching the complete video, you will feel that this video has helped you to solve the problems on surface areas and volumes. Students, first solid is cylinder. CSA is the formula to find out CSA of cylinder is 2 pi RH. TSA is 2 pi R H plus R. Volume is pi R square H. Pi R square H. You can make a note. CSA of cylinder is 2 pi RH. TSA of cylinder is 2 pi R plus H, plus volume of cylinder is pi R square H. Students, understand the difference between CSA and TSA. You have here top portion and also base portion, and this is the curved area, curved surface area, right? For this curved surface area, if I add the area of top portion and also bottom portion, it becomes TSA. Hope you are able to understand what I am trying to convey. For any problem, you should find out TSA. After that, you can find out the top portion and the bottom portion, and if you add, you will get the TSA. TSA of any solid will be equal to CSA plus top portion plus bottom portion. Top surface area plus base or the bottom surface. Here it is in the shape of circle, that is pi R square, and also it is pi R square. Next solid is cone. CS of cone is pi RL, and also the TSA of cone is pi R into R plus L. Volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi R square H. Students, L is the slant height here. L equals R square plus H square. This is also 1 mark problem will be asked, or in MCQ they can ask what is the formula to find out the slant height of the cone, that is L equals square root of r square plus h square. Next solid is sphere. The CSA of sphere will be 4 pi r square. CSA and TSA will be same for sphere. Volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Hemisphere is, if you divide everything by 2 of sphere, you get the formula for hemisphere, that is CS of hemisphere is 2 pi r square, TS of hemisphere is 2 pi r square, it is both are same, and also 4 by 3, that is divided by 2, we get 2 by 3 pi r cube. It is the volume of hemisphere. Frustum of a cone, definitely you can expect question on this. CS of frustum of cone is pi r1 plus r2 into L, where L is the slant height. The slant height of the frustum of cone is given by formula L equals square root of h square plus r1 plus r2 square. And also TSA of frustum of cone is pi r1 plus r2 L plus pi r1 square plus pi r2 square. And also the volume of frustum of cone is 1 by 3 pi h r1 square r2 square plus r1 into r2. Many of the students, what they do, r1 square plus r2 square plus 2 r1 plus r2. It is only just r1 into r2. It is not 2 into r1 plus r2. 1 by 3 pi h r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2. Next, CH of cube is 4a square, TSA of cube is 6a square. Volume of cube will be a cube, that is length into length into length. You can expect 1 mark question based on this volume or the CSA or TSA of the cube. You have seen a simple question on this cube solid in preparatory paper. Cuboid, CSA of cuboid is 2h into L plus B. TSA of cuboid is 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. And volume of cuboid is L into B into H, that is length into height. Students, before solving problems, you should know, if after reading the question, you should know what to find it, whether it is CSA, TSA or the volume. After reading the question, you should completely analyze the question and decide whether you need to find out CSA, TSA or volume. That is what most of the students, they feel difficulty after reading the question. CSA, TSA or volume. Volume you can directly calculate by using the formula. There's a lot of confusion between CS and TSA. What I suggest is, if they ask you to find out the surface area, first find out CSA for any problem. For any problem, first find out the CSA, because TSA is the combination of CSA plus top portion and the bottom portion. So for any problem, try to find out the CSA. At least you will get minimum 2 marks. Students, I've picked few examples for combination of solids. If they ask you to find out, given this solid, if they ask you to find out the surface area, you should find the combination of solids. See here for figure 1, it is a combination of cylinder plus hemisphere, right? If they ask you to find out the surface area of this solid, you will be finding out CSA of cylinder plus CSA of hemisphere plus this bottom portion also you should include, that is, it is in the form of circle, therefore the area will be pi r square. Hopefully you are understanding. CSA of cylinder plus CSA of hemisphere plus the base portion, that is pi r square. Student, first you should analyze and write this formula. That is, it is the this toy or this solid is a combination of CSA of cylinder plus CSA of hemisphere and the area of the base portion. Moving to second question, it is CSA of cylinder and CSA of hemisphere and what the base area, that is pi r square. Analyze the figure. First you should analyze the figure and decide whether what areas or what surface areas you should find out. For first figure, it is CS of cylinder plus CS of hemisphere plus base area, that is pi r square. It is same. You are not finding out this. It is open, it is openly, that means no surface area will exist. You should find out the inner surface area of this hemisphere. Now for this question, what you will find out, this is CSA of cylinder plus CSA of cone plus this base area pi r square. Students, in examination, calculate separately, calculate the surface area of cylinder separately and surface area of cone separately and the base separately. Then you can add everything at the in the last step, so that the losing, in case if you have made any mistake in between the steps, you lose less marks, because already you have calculated CS of cylinder, CS of cylinder and the base part. Student, for this figure, it is CSA of cylinder plus CSA of hemisphere and also another CSA of hemisphere, that is CSA of cylinder plus 2 times CSA of hemisphere. Students, after reading the question, what you should do, you should analyze the question and write down what is the toy or the solid is made up of. It is made up of, first identify the solid, whether it is cylinder, cone or hemisphere or frustum of cone, and decide what you need to find out, whether it is CSA, TSA or the volume. For volume, they'll ask you directly whether you should find out the capacity of the solid or the volume of the solid. They can ask directly. In case of this CSA, TSA and all, you should be careful whether you should find out CSA or TSA. If they just ask you to find out surface area, what I suggest is first find out the CSA, then if top portion exists, find out top portion. If bottom portion exists, find out the bottom portion. Based on the question, you should find out. But for every question, it is very essential to find out the CSA if they ask you to find out the surface areas. Students, hopefully you have understood. Now we'll start solving the problems. Students, try to solve all the problems what I shared in the worksheet, and also after learning all these problems completely, then you can solve any questions from the textbook. There is no limitations for you to solve the questions. You can solve as many questions as possible to gain the knowledge. Students, moving to first question, a vessel is in the form of a hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. There is a hollow hemisphere is there, mounted by what? A cylinder. It is mounted by a hollow cylinder. The diameter of the hemisphere is what? The diameter of the hemisphere is 14 centimeter. The diameter of the hollow hemisphere is 14 centimeter, and the total height. The total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter. Find the inner surface area of the vessel. So just you need to find out the inner surface area of the figure. That means the inner surface area of vessel inner surface area of vessel is equal to CSA of it. This vessel is a combination of cylinder and also CSA of hemisphere. Students, do understand. If you understand, it will be very easy to solve. Students, as I told you, I'll calculate the CSA of hemisphere separately and CS of cylinder separately. Then I'll calculate the two inner surface area of vessel. CSA of cylinder. What is CSA of cylinder? CSA of cylinder is 2 pi RH. CS of cylinder is 2 pi RH. 2 pi RH. We should know the value of radius and also height. They have given what? The radius of hemisphere. The diameter of the hemisphere is 14 centimeter. Radius will be equal to diameter by 2, that is 14 by 2, which will be equal to 7 centimeter. The radius of the hemisphere will be equal to the radius of cylinder. Therefore 7, radius equals 7, height equals, student, to know the height of the cylinder, only cylinder, you should subtract total height minus height of the hemisphere. That is, height of the hemisphere is equal to radius of the hemisphere. Therefore height will be equal to 13 minus 7. What we get? 6 centimeter. Therefore the height of the hollow cylinder is 6 centimeter. Now substitute the values. 2 into pi. I'll keep the pi value as it is. When I'm adding that CS of cylinder and CS of hemisphere, I'll substitute the value of pi. What is radius value? It is 7. Height is 6. Now what I get? 2 pi into 7 into 6. 2 into 7 is 14. 14 into 6. 14 into 6, what we get is 98. 14 into 6 is 84. 14 into 6 is 84. Pi value as it is. The unit will be centimeter square. Now the CS of cylinder is 84 pi. In the same way, I'll calculate CSA of cone. CSA of hemisphere. CS of hemisphere is, it is 2 pi r square. 2 pi as it is into r value. Radius of the hemisphere is 6 into 6. 6 6 are 36. 36 into 2, we get 2 pi r square. The radius is 7 actually. That is 7 into 7. That is radius of the hemisphere is 7. What we get now is 7 7 is 49. 49 into 2 is 98 pi centimeter square. Students, be careful when you are substituting the radius value, height value. Be careful. Now inner surface area of vessel is equal to surface area of, that is CS of cylinder is 84 pi and CS of hemisphere is 98 pi. Now add 98 plus 84. What we get is 98 pi plus 84 pi will be 182 pi. Now substitute the value of pi. 182 into 22 by 7. 182 into 22 by 7. Now 182 divided by 7, we get 26 into 22. Now the inner surface area of the vessel will be, multiply 26 into 22, we get 572 centimeter square. Students, hopefully this kind of simple problems will be asked for 3 marks, whether it is combination of solids or conversion of one solid into another, or based on Frustum of cone. The problems will be very simple. You should analyze the question and figure, and you should decide whether what you should find out, then try to solve the problem. Students, in the exam, try to write down the figure. In case if they give, most of the cases they'll give the figure. For the given figure, write the figure again in your answer sheet and write down this initial data, that is whether which combination of solid it is. Students, the next question is, a cylindrical bucket 32 centimeter height with radius of base is 18 centimeter is filled with sand. Now we have a cylindrical bucket, it is filled with sand. What is height of the cylinder? It is 32 centimeter and base is 18 centimeter. Now this bucket is emptied on the ground. What are the sand? It is there inside the bucket. It is poured on the ground and it is emptied. A conical heap of sand is formed. When you pour the sand on the ground, what is the shape formed? It is in the shape of the cone. If the height of the conical heap is 24 centimeter, now find the radius and slant height of the heap. That means we need to find out the radius and slant height of the heap. So it's very important problem. This kind of combination, volume conversion of one solid to another solid, or this kind of questions are very important. Students, a cylinder is there. It is filled with sand. When it is poured on the ground, a conical heap is formed. Now what is the similarity between these two? What is the constant between these two? Is volume. Volume will be same. What are the volume of the cylinder, that is the sand? It is same as the volume of cone. This you should remember, volume of cylinder is equal to volume of cone. Now what I'll do, I'll calculate the volume of cylinder. Using volume of cylinder, I'll use the volume of cone formula. I'll find out the radius and also slant height. Now we'll try to solve the problem. Hopefully you have understood the problem. Now what is the first step? First step is find out the volume of solid. To find out the volume of solid, what is the volume of cylinder? It is pi r square. Volume of cylinder equals pi r square h, given height is what? Height of cylinder is 32 centimeter and radius is 18 centimeter. Substitute here, what you get? Pi value is, keep as it is the pi value. Students, don't try to substitute the pi values in the initial step. Try to substitute the pi value at the end, so that the simplification will be very easy. What is the value of r? It is 18. That is r square will be 18 into height is 32. Now multiply pi into 18 into 8 is 18 into 18 is 324 into 32. Now 324 into 32, multiply 324 into 32, we get 1368 by centimeter square. So it is, since it is volume, it will be centimeter cube. 1368 by centimeter cube. Now volume of sand formed, that is, it is in the shape of cone. Now volume of cone is equal to volume of cylinder. Volume of cone is what? 1 by 3 pi r square h. I'll take it as capital R because the radius is different from the radius of cylinder, equals, what is the volume of cylinder I have calculated? That is 10,368 pi. Now pi and pi will cancel out on the both side. Height is given as 24 centimeter. Now r square equals 10,368 divided by, what is the h value? H value will be cross multiply. H value is 24 and cross multiply 3. 3 ones are 3, 8s are. Now divide 10,368 by 2. 10,368 divided by 8, we get 1296. Now r square equals 1296. Now r equals square root of 1296. What is the square root of 1296? What we get? It is 36. Now what is the radius of the sand heap which is in the form of cone? It is 36 centimeter. Now radius of the conical heap is 36 centimeter. Now how to find out the slant height? I told you slant height of a cone L equals square root of r square plus h square, which is equal to, what is r square? That is 36 square plus h square is, what is the height of the conical heap? It is 24 square, which is equal to 36 square is 1296 and 24 square is 576. Now if you add 1296 plus 576, we get 187,172. Now slant height equals square root of 1872. Now L equals, now by prime factorization 1872 can be expressed as 12 into 12 into 13. Now 12 into 12 is 144, square root of 144 is 12, remaining root 13 as it is. The slant height L equals 12 root 13 centimeter. Students, this kind of question will be asked in the examination. For example, given a volume of cylinder, given the volume of cylinder, and if they are given volume of cylinder and find the radius of the sphere, this kind of question will be asked. I'll repeat the question again. Given the volume of the cylinder, now that cylinder is recast, that means converted into another solid. That means the volume will be same, right? It is converted into sphere. Now you need to find out the radius of the sphere. Using the concept, when you recast a solid from one shape to another, the the volume remains same. Therefore, using that concept, you can easily find out the radius of another solid. Moving to the next question. A tent is in the shape of a cylinder surmounted by a conical top. What we have? A tent is in the shape of cylinder and it is surmounted by a conical top. If the height and diameter of the cylindrical part are 2.1 meters and 4 meters. So diameter equals what? 2.1 1 meter, and also height, sorry, it is the height and diameter of the cylindrical part. Height equals what? 2.1 meters, and diameter equals what? 4 meters. Now the slant height of the top is 2 point, that is L equals 2.8 meters. Find the area of the canvas used. Area of canvas used equals, it is combination of cylinder and cone, it is CSA of cylinder plus CSA of cone. It is combination of CSA of cylinder plus CSA of cone. Now what is CSA of cylinder? CSA of cylinder is 2 pi r h. Now radius, diameter they have given us 4 meters. We should find out the radius. R equals d by 2, that is 4 by 2, we get 2 meters, and also height it is 2.1 meters. Therefore CS of cylinder is 2 into pi value, I will not substitute, keep as it is. Radius is 2, height is 2.1. Now what we get? 2 into 2 is 4. 4 into 2.1 is 8.4 pi meter square. 8.4 pi meter square. In the same way, CSA of cone equals pi RL. That is pi value is 22 by, sorry, I will not substitute the pi value. That is pi, radius is 2, radius is 2, slanted is already is given in the question 2.8. Now 2 into 2.8 is 5.6 pi meter square. Now area of canvas used will be combination of CS of cylinder, that is 8.4 pi plus 5.6 pi. 8.4 plus 5.6 we get 14 pi. Now substitute the value of pi. 14 into 22 by 7, 7 1s are 7 2s are 2 into 22 is 44 meter square. Therefore the area of canvas used will be 44 square meters. Students, moving to next question. The slant height of a frustum of cone is 4 centimeter, and the perimeter of circular ends are what? 18 centimeter and 6 centimeter. Perimeter of the circle will be 2 pi r. Remember that perimeter of the circumference will be 2 pi r. This using this formula they can ask 1 mark question. Now find the surface area of frustum. So clearly they have asked surface area of frustum of cone. That means you should find out the total surface area of frustum. Total surface area of frustum. So what they have given? They have given the slant height L equals 4 centimeter, and circumference of the, I'll consider as top portion is 2 pi rn. R1 equals 18 centimeter, and the circumference, that is 2 pi r2 equals bottom portion is 6 centimeter. That is R1 equals 18 by 2 pi. Therefore what we get? 9 by pi centimeter. The same way R2 equals 6 by 2 pi. 2 1s are 2, 3s are, we get 3 by pi centimeter. This question I have already solved in model paper and also in preparatory paper. Very simple question. Students, if they mention directly here to find out the curved surface area of frustum, that means you should find out CSA. Here they are just asked surface area of frustum, that means first what I'll do, in the textbook it is just CSA of frustum of cone. So what I'll do here, I'll find out the CSA of frustum of cone equals what? CSA of frustum of cone equals pi R1 plus R2 into L. What is the pi value? It is 22 by, or keep pi value as it is. See, students, don't substitute the pi value. What is R1? R1 is 9 by pi. R2 is 3 by pi. Slant height is what? 4. Now, since the denominators are same, I can add the numerator. It is 12 by pi into 4. Pi and pi will cancel. 12 4s are 48 centimeters square. Students, consider this as CSA. Change the question. Find the curved surface area of frustum. If they ask just surface area, what you should do? You should calculate CSA plus top but bottom, that is total surface area of the frustum of cone. So as per the textbook, what I'll do, I'll just calculate the curved surface area of frustum of cone. In the exam, if they ask what you should do, you should find out the top and bottom portion also. That is pi r1 square, that is pi into 18 by pi into 9 by pi into 9 by pi. Pi and pi will cancel out. Calculate the area and you can add. Hope, I don't think so this kind of question will be asked, that is finding the total surface area of frustum of cone. For this question, they'll not try to alter the question in the exam. The slant rate of a frustum of cone is 4. Just they can change the values. They can just change the numerical values. Here what you should find out, find the curved surface area of frustum. Given the perimeters 2 pi r1 equals 18, 2 pi r2 equals 6, and r1 equals 18 by 2 pi, we get 9 by pi. In the same way, r2 equals 6 by pi, we get 3 by pi. Now CSA of frustum of cone is pi into r1 plus r2 into L. Substitute the value of r1 and r2, what we get? 48 square centimeters. Students, try to solve, understand. More than anything, try to understand the problem and try to solve it. It will be as easy as possible. Students, moving to next question. A drinking glass is in the shape of frustum of cone of height what? 14 centimeter. Given height as what? Height of frustum of cone is 14 centimeter. The diameter of its two circular ends are what? That is d1 equals 4 centimeter, d2 equals 2 centimeter. Now r1 equals 4 by 2, that is 2 centimeter, and r2 equals 2 by 2, that is 1 centimeter. The radius equals diameter divided by 2. So what you should do, you should find capacity of the glass will be same as volume. Now volume of frustum of cone, volume of frustum of cone equals 1 by 3 pi h r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2. Now substitute the values of h, that is height they are given, and if we substitute and simplify, what we get is 308 by 3. Students, try to simplify and try to find out the answer. Converting to mixed fraction, we get 102 by 2 by 3 centimeters square. This kind of simple question will be asked in the exam. You can do the simplification steps. The answer will be 308 by 3 centimeters cube. Since it is volume, it is centimeter cube, or 102 2 by 3 centimeter cube. Students, moving to next question. Raquel, an engineering student, was asked to make a model shaped like a cylinder, two cones attached to its end. So it is made up of what? A cylinder and a cone is attached to both the ends of the cylinder, and the diameter of the model is 3 centimeter, and its length is the total length is 12 centimeter, and the diameter is what? Diameter of it is 3 centimeter, and cone as a height 2 centimeter. The cone has what? Height 2 centimeter. Find the volume of the air contained in the model. So students, we should find out the volume of this combination of volume of the model made by Raquel will be volume of cone plus volume of the cylindrical part plus volume of cone again. That is 2 times volume of cone plus volume of cylinder. Volume of cone will be 1 by 3 pi r square h. 2 times 1 by 3 pi, because we have two conical portions, that is 2 times 1 by 3 pi r square h, plus volume of cylinder will be pi r square h. The height of these two, height of cylinder will be different, and height of, I'll take this as h1 and h2. Find out the volume of cylinder separately and volume of cone separately and add it, you will get the volume of the model. If you calculate, it will be 66 centimeter cube. So do try to solve this question and try to post your answers in my Telegram channel. Very simple. First find out the volume of cone and multiply it by 2, and find out the volume of cylinder and add it, you'll get the answer. But don't try to substitute the value of pi at the beginning itself, try to substitute the value of pi at the end. Students, hopefully the problems what we are solving is helping you. Try to solve all the questions what I've shared in my Telegram group, that is 10 questions from the unit surface areas and volumes. After understanding those 10 questions, you can try as many questions as possible from the model paper, preparatory paper, and the practice paper, and also from the textbook. Hope there is a question will be there in the examination. Try to attempt this question at the end. After solving all the question, you can try, because it takes little bit time. Don't attempt the question of surface areas and volumes in the beginning itself. So next question, a solid is in the shape of a cone standing on a hemisphere with both their ends being equal to 1 centimeter and height of the cone is equal to its radius. Find the volume in terms of pi. Very simple question, you can try it out. Try to find out the volume of solid in terms of pi and comment the answer. Next question, it is also based on finding the volume. A container opened from the top and made up of metal sheet is in the form of Frustum of cone. Height of what? 16 centimeter. Radius of its lower and upper ends are 8 centimeter. 25. You should find out the volume of the Frustum of cone and multiply it by 20. You get the answer. F is the cap used by the tuck. It's in the shape of Frustum of cone. If its radius is open side is 10 centimeter and at the upper base is 4 centimeter, its slant is 15, slant height is 15 centimeter. Find the area of metal used. Students, it is CSA of Frustum of cone plus the top area, that is pi r square, and add it, you will get the area of material used. Students, this question I have already solved and posted the answer in my YouTube channel. You can check out. Student, this kind of question, that is conversion of one solid to another solid, what remains same? The volume remains same, and also combination of solids or Frustum of cone. Based on these three topics, you can expect the question. First, you should learn all the formulas, and you should know what should be solved. At the beginning itself, you should analyze and you should write the answer. Take all the questions in the textbook and just write the formula. Don't solve the problem. Just read the question and try to write the formula. Just read the question, try to analyze the question, write the formula. then your simplification can be done later. First you should understand what formula should be, is whether it is CSA, CS, or the bottom area portion that is in the shape of circle, and top portion, and combination solid. This you should understand first. After understanding all this, definitely you can score 3 out of 3 for this kind of problems. I've already solved 1 mark MCQs and 1 mark questions. Definitely formula will be asked to write, so remember all the formulas. Now what you do, learn all the formulas, then try to write the formulas for the questions, then you check whether what you have done is correct or not. For this chapter especially, you need lot of patience. With lot of patience you can learn all these problems. First try to solve the chapters which you feel easy, then try to go for this chapter at the end, because maximum you get 3 marks from this chapter. That is, apart from 1 marks and 1 mark MCQs, you will get 3 mark 1 question. First try to learn all the formulas, then try to solve. Without learning formulas, it is impossible to solve the formulas from this unit. Students, thanks for watching the video. I'll try to post the applications of trigonometry questions as soon as possible. I know exams are nearing. With my busy schedule, I'm creating all these videos to help you out. Hopefully this is making some easiness to solve the problems.